Game, welcome to Game 2 between T1 and Infamous Gaming in this TI11 Last Chance Qualifier group stage. Group B. Oh, that's a mouthful and a half, isn't it? Game 1 was taken by T1 in a funny game, really. High action, a lot of aggression, brawling, and then ultimately a lot of standing around whilst Thompson blinked in every 30 seconds to deal damage to towers. With Diabolic Edict. So that was action and then slow and then action right at the end. Infamous though were not bad. Like they played well. They understood I think they understood the matchup they had in that game 1 very well and played the map how they should, and they almost turned it around. I think if not for the LastChanceQualifier, then they may have won it. If there was a different hero. The LastChanceQualifier just had that ability to just take the towers down because they didn't really have a pushing lineup. They had no tower hitters. So now in game 2, first bans will be TA and Statfire from T1. Infamous will take out Marcy and Undying. And T1 open with the Primal Beast. Very strong. Strong lockdown, damage, control, farming. Lane presence, it's the works and jerks. Mobility. Infamous working with Enigma and Tusk. Here we go, boys and girls. We have some black holes incoming. Now, we saw earlier in the day Liquid pick a support, a POS 5 Enigma, which turned out really well, actually. And I'm all for some support Enigma, as long as the rest of your draft fits out, because it just takes a lot of pressure off the black hole. If it hits, great. If it hits one person, great. You know, you just become a lot more liberal with the use of the black hole. You don't feel like you can't use it, you know? Particularly if you get the Shard and you get the little more value out of the Malefice. You get a Wraith Pact and you can chuck that down in the fights as well. You're just getting a lot of value out of the hero as a support. But this would have to be the 5 and 4 if that were the case. I think it should be dynamic, the drafting from Infamous, based off of what T1 do. If T1 picks some obvious counters to the Enigma, then put it as support. If T1 ignore it and let it be a free Enigma game, then you pick it on the core. I think being dynamic is important. Okay, so this is a silencer. Like, so you have to have this as support Enigma. Like, you can't play this core Enigma. Because silencer will literally sit in base and wait for you to black hole. And then global. And from the passive gold he gets from sitting in base the entire game and not dying, he'll rush a refresher and wait for you to get a refresher and then just cast a second silence. So this can't be a core Enigma. If it is, I think that's just really putting themselves at a disadvantage on the side of Infamous Gaming. T1 have shown their hand. They've said we picked a counter. Do you want to persist with the core Enigma? Second phase bans Morphling and Faceless Void from T1, and Invoker and Bat from Infamous. So I doubt Thompson ever gets to play Invoker. Talking of Thompson, there's a strong possibility this is a mid silencer. I feel like I'm getting in the headspace of T1 right now, and I think this is a Thompson silencer. Because they want to get good value out of this silencer. They don't want it to just be an R, they want it to be like an R plus something else.
10 seconds remaining.
Gyro, last ban from Infamous. Gyro? What's all these Gyro bans and picks? It hasn't turned out very well. Lifestealer ban from T1. That's a good ban. Lifestealer against Primal Beast feels pretty bad. And also it indicates what you might be picking next. Like, Pudge is still in the pool. Beastmaster is available. This comes down to what this Primal Beast is. I think it's a 4 Primal Beast. It could be a 4 Primal Beast and a 5 Silencer, and it's mid tops and something else, but I'm just flagging it as potentially this mid Silencer. Could be. I think they want to be greedy with it and get more value than just an R, than just a global silence. Because if you're a 5 silencer, that is literally your job. You are an R. Press R. Ooh. Well. What do we have here? Topson Monkey King is a well-known staple. He's a Monkey King enjoyer. He likes monkeying about. He's full of monkey business. So we'll have to see if Topson is playing this Monkey King. Have a follow-up pick to go with this. Just a little cautious of T1's draft at the moment. Oh, gee, Rubik as well. So I have a silencer and a Rubik. Now, this makes me think that this is... So that's a 3 Primal Beast? I hold out hope this is a mid silencer and a safe lane monkey, but I know Topson and Monkey King go together like you know, peanut butter and honey.
10 seconds remaining.
That might be an out of date reference, but
5 seconds.
Love my peanut butter and honey. Shadow Fiend from Infamous. So this shows mid lane Shadow Fiend. We've seen a little bit of safe lane Shadow Fiend. I know in pubs I've seen safe lane Shadow Fiend. But I think that's not going to what we see here. I think it's a mid lane Shadow Fiend, Tusk and Tiny possibly supports. And then the Enigma 3. And we're looking for Parker's hero for the safe lane. That's how I'm reading this draft from Infamous at the moment. If we see what T1 pick as their... or what they ban here. Yeah, they're banning mids. So that's... Whoa, they're banning mids? Also, they think this is a Shadow Fiend safe lane. I don't know if T1 know what's going on. I think they just got rid of Quap and Viper because they didn't want to play against Quap and Viper with the Monkey King. Pretty painful. Bristleback ban. So Infamous are thinking we're still looking for an off lane for T1. Not a safe lane. It could be a safe lane. Ana Bristleback.
5 seconds remaining.
Considering Lifesteal was banned and they haven't really picked a strength hero yet, that sort of shows that T1 are thinking that way. So the Bristleback is a pretty good ban in that regard. Pudge is still here. I don't know if they want to do Pudge 2 games in a row, but he's still here. Lifesteal's been banned. Undying's banned. Ulk is taken out. Is it just the snap Pudge pick? Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Call me an Oracle. It's the Pudge. I mean, when they banned the Lifestealer earlier, it sort of shows that they're thinking about picking a strength hero, and Infamous were on that. They banned the Bristleback and the Alk, and maybe there's Bristleback or the Alk was the plan from T1, and then they're banned. I guess I have to pick the Pudge. Makes sense. We're gonna see if this is a safe lane Shadow Fiend or not. I really doubt it. But T1 banned the Quap and the Viper. And is this a core Enigma? That's the next question. Sven.
Select your heroes.
Okay, so the old Enigma Sven combo. It is a Frank Enigma. So 3 Enigma, 1 Sven, 2 Shadow Fiend, and then Tiny and Tusk on the supports. Beside T1, Topson is on his Monkey King signature. Cuckoo on the offlane Primal Beast. Whitemon and Zephyr are the supports, and Ana is on the Pudge. So it's Whitemon and Zephyr's job to stop the black hole. That's their job. Stop the black hole. They've given the supports the heroes to do it, and now they just need to be able to perform. They've got 2 clear counters. I mean, even Pudge is a bit of a counter to the black hole. They have not picked Frank a good game. By no means have they given Frank a good Enigma game. He's going to struggle. If there's a global up, he can't really black hole unless he catches a silencer in it. If he doesn't have Lincolns, he's not going to be a black hole because Rubik's going to steal it. So I think they're going to go for the value play on this Enigma. Don't go for the big ultis. Don't go for the Blink BKB. More go for, you know, your Wraith Pact. Maybe get some auras. And just try and buff up the team. Zephyr, 5 wins in a row as Rubik. Ooh. Let me wipe the sweat off my brow. Okay, here we go. Game 2 between T1 and Infamous. Best of 2. Total player number of deaths at the end of the game. I mean, these guys are absolutely crazy, right? 56 plus. Poe the first triple kill. Thompson. Yes. I know. So we could have some first blood action here. Both teams are heading to this bottom side. Parker's leading. Probably can grab the stun if he needs it. They're going to see him walking up the high ground. They see Monkey King. Hook comes through up to the high ground. Who's going to die first? Michael or Thompson? Thompson tries to live a little longer, but the Razors will catch him. And first blood go to Leostyle on his SF. They do get a trade kill, but that won't be any comfort to the Thompson. Anna, I believe, would get a stack from that once he has the flesh heap. So 1 stack already is something to think of. Zephyr and Cuckoo moving to the top lane. At least top rune for the time being. Affliction as the avalanche. The 5 tiny.
The battle begins.
Will he get the bounty rune? He does! He yoinks it out from between the Primal Beast's feet. Excellent work there from Affliction. So in the mid lane, we've seen Thompson on his Monkey King, laning up against Leostyle on the SF. Have to keep an eye on how that goes. In the top lane for T1, Cuckoo on the Primal Beast, supported by Zephyr on the Rubik. They're laning against Parker on the Sven. I was talking about him a couple of games ago. And Affliction on the Tiny support. In the safe lane, Whitemon's down here on the support side, so he'll be joined soon by Anna on the Pudge. And they're laning against Frank on the core Enigma, and Michael playing the 4 Tusk. I'm just wondering how long it's taking Anna to get down to this wave. He was just chilling around mid, I think, trying to get a hook. Trying to maybe get a kill, but he lost just a little bit XP, but not too much. Should be fine. So mid lane, 3 and 2 up against 2 and 1 at the moment. Early levels, Thompson shouldn't have too much trouble against the SF, but as this progresses and the high levels of Shadow Rays come out, it's gonna get harder. And the Necro Mastery as well, bonus damage with the souls. It's gonna be tough just to try and even contest that lane. But we are talking about Thompson Monkey King here, so all things are possible. Yeah, Frank's already queued up the urn, so he's going for this more utility Enigma build, not really going for the big flashy plays. Thompson doesn't get the clicks, unfortunately. 305 movement speed to 345 with the boots, so yeah, Thompson wants to stay on him, doesn't want to let him just sit there freely and farm. Leostyle was careful not to get the stacks up, but with those stacks, Thompson can really quite not only just win the last hitting for a few, but also get a lot of damage out top lane. Nothing quite happening here. Well, they were right next to each other on the mini-map, and they're just holding hands, just saying hello, having a cup of tea. Just relaxing. Whitemon, you could be in trouble here. There's a tag team in 13. No, nothing else leveled. I guess he's just trying to bait an ability. Takes the range creep. Anna not mucking around there. Says, yoink, that's mine. I'll take that range creep. Oh, and out comes tag team with the Ice Shards. He can't run. He's just got to try and fight. But maybe he can get a kill for Anna. I think he will. So sacrificed himself to try and get the kill. Ah, he's got the hook. Brings him back in. Is he committing? Oh no. Oh, fairy fire popped. In and out, in and out. Playing with the tower aggro. We'll send his support to bring out some more regen. Tango's with the soul ring, has plenty of mana, but does need a little more health. So no +2 for the silencer. That's gotta feel unfortunate. Pops in mid lane, 2 in the Jingu Master. We'll just see if he continues leveling that, or just the 2 for value at the moment. Cuckoo and Zephyr, I feel like should be. I mean, it's hard. If you try and go in on Affliction, he just stuns. But with the Avalanche used, maybe you can go in. Maybe it's possible to actually make a bit of a play now. Just trample on top of him and see how much damage you can get done. Level 4 versus level 4. 14 and 5 versus 13 and 4. So Thompson really holding his own here. Really showing he's a master of this mid lane bottom. Ana doesn't quite get the kill first, but +2 for Whitemon. Ana does go down first, but that'll be a +2. No +1 for Pudge. This is the infinitely scaling lane down here with the silencer and the Pudge. Trampling over onto Park. I mean, look at this damage. Oh, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, the damage that Trample does. Level 3. It's so much. Woodrunes have spawned. Thompson wants to punish the SF for this. He's saying, yeah, I'll chase you to the ends of the earth. You need to back off. Thompson hasn't actually got himself a bottle, so the runes are not as value for him. He went for the boots instead to try and pressure. He's just going to let him have it. Oh, that's a lot of regen for this SF. As the Boundless Strike to try and get the last hit on the range. Will he do it? Oh, gee, it doesn't get denied either, but either way, bottom lane action still happening. Ana actually going to die here as well, so 2 deaths on the bottom lane. And Tusk is pretty tanky, and with all these Eidolons, if you don't kill the Eidolons, they really start to hurt. Like, what are they per damage? Let's have a look. Eidolons 28 each. I mean, that's no joke. Mid lane, Whitemon's here with a little bit of a slow. No stun though, already used, and the TP home will keep Leosal perfectly safe. Silencer feeling very sad about himself. No boots at this point.
Dire's middle tower.
Actually a ward here. I had the whole duration, so they've seen all their movements. And they know he's here alone at the moment. Shards are used. Hook. Oh, actually connects! Ah, no, he gets him! Here comes the last word. Roll will be over onto the creeps. There's the slow from the Arcane Curse. It is level 2. But no spells being cast from Michael, so he'll be able to walk it off. Excellent hook there from Ana, but didn't end up netting any kills mid lane. There's the razors tossed back in. The close range, the stun will connect. And Thompson will be just fine to continue farming that mid lane. Top side, Cuckoo just trying to trample Parker into the dust. But he's got phase boots, so he can run away from that trample pretty easily. 370 without the phase boots being popped. We just see what he is with the phase boots popped. I don't think there's any chance that he gets run down by a trample now. It's 355 against 370 already, so the 4 phases being activated. Affliction might be able to get a toss through. There's an SF coming. You need to run away. Cuckoo. Oh no. Zephyr. You may have dived a little too far. Affliction's here with the stuns, and Cuckoo is just hiding in the trees. I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here. They still do. He's fine. So it's not too bad. It's an SF rotation for a forward death, so not too bad. Bottom lane, Ana has been pressured again inside the shards. Hooks under the tower, trying to get a kill. Will there be a trade for Whitemon? He will get the +2, assuming once he gets a point in Glaives of Wisdom. In fact, does that not count unless you have? It used to be retroactive. I don't think it actually is now. Now that I think about it, I think you actually have to have a level in it for it to count. So I guess we'll see once he gets a level, but he should have like +6 at the moment, but I don't think he gets anything when there's no levels in it. Which is a bit unfortunate. Mid lane, Zephyr's collapsing. Has the one in the lift. I don't know if it's enough. Affliction wants a bit of the Thompson train. Stun comes out. Arcane Curse. Roll actually would be there to turn around. Lift. Cancelling the... Oh no, lift him even closer. Gotta be careful. Black Hole catching onto 2. Thompson will go down as well as Whitemon, and surprised he didn't sort of let it go on that one. The Requiem, I thought, was being charged up multiple times, and he just let it. Didn't do it. Top lane, Cuckoo does get a kill with the Pulverize ready. Still been pretty well played to get that. Any level 3 in the trample damage. Harass might have just built up. This game is not looking as clean for T1 it was in Game 1. Infamous coming out of the gates pretty strong and are making some nice rotations around the map. Even right now, I mean, Whitemon, he's just food. If he gets caught hook under tower, with the silence, there's the roll through onto Ana. He's pretty low. He's dying quickly with the rot. He will eventually get the kill. Thompson's here. Has a boundless if he wants to use it. And there it is to finish the kill. I mean, this isn't the sort of game that Ana wants to have on the Pudge. He's getting super heavily pressured by the side of Infamous, and rightly so. He was pretty large last game and gave Infamous lots of trouble. Zephyr getting some space middle, giving him close to that level 6. Want to be able to steal a black hole. Or other spells as well. So, Stormhammer is a good spell to steal. There's a few good spells this game, actually. Like Avalanche is super good. Toss is good. Even Shards are pretty good as well. So, yeah, some nice steals for the Rubik this game. Once he gets that level 6 online. BKB being queued up for Cuckoo. If you look on the side of Infamous, Affliction just has some wards in his quick buy ready to go. Leo style, Yule Scepter wants to be able to set up for those Requiems, but also probably more likely dispel a Global Silence, which is now online. So Global Silence, 4.5 seconds of Global Silence is available. We don't have Black Hole for 66, so I don't know if I'm going to use that or wait. I think you probably want to use it. It's not that important right now because unlikely that Black Hole will be used again. You should play around a little bit. 2-man smoke. Actually, just 1-man smoke now. Cuckoo running forward, but there's no one here at the moment. Frank senses that there's something not quite right and is behind the tower. He's not having any part of this one. I'm in the trees. I'm behind the tower. I'll send forward the Eidolons. I think they're actually meant to be sent another way. Neither of those two pronunciations are correct. Parker, though, farming it up. Bottom of the net worth, 3,800, as he was last game, but we saw him recover with the level 4 in Great Cleave now, and Mask of Madness. We know he'll continue to farm. There's some stacks here for him. Are there any stacks in the triangle? No stacks in the triangle at the moment, but he's certainly cleaning through these large and medium camps quite easily. Okay, there are stacks. We have some stacks on this side. I mean, this is a nice little stack here. Ana, he's trying to take it. He doesn't have... Oh, he does have it again now. The Flesh Heap. And he's going to have to back off now because it's a lot of damage. I think he's got enough. Yeah, he's got enough to get the work done. So, Ana catching back up with those stacks. He's already got the point boosted now for the Aghanim Scepter. Get that larger AoE rot. And the damage... Or the regen reduction. Of course, the 100 bonus damage as well. It's a very good Aghanim Scepter. Level 7 on Zephyr, so Spell Steal is online. Requiem's a pretty good spell to steal as well. Michael's sitting top lane, level 7, getting a little bit of time on the creep wave. It's always, a support's always looking for a little bit of time on a creep wave just to see if they can accelerate their time towards an item. But also mainly just to get some levels. Like, Tusk is one of those heroes that you want levels, particularly the cooldowns. You know, down to 14 seconds, down to 15 seconds, down to 15. Also this as well. All the abilities have cooldown reduction. Charging through with the onslaught. We'll actually find over onto Tiny. I mean, it's just a support, so Infamous won't be too torn up about that. Affliction will go down. Thompson working towards the Echo Saber, not too far away, about 500 gold now, and the 4-man smoke comes out. We have a Global Silence. Cuckoo's lead the charge. A little bit too far forward, maybe. Find Parker. There's the stun. Follow up with the onslaught. Global Silence just to make sure you secure it. Pulverize on top with the Wikon's command. And there's no way he's getting out of there. However, they might turn around. Tusk is here, getting on top of Whitemon. That will be a dead silencer. Black Hole. We put down on the Monkey King, and along with the Requiem, Thompson, he can't get out of there. It's a stolen Black Hole. But it's not the kind of stolen Black Hole you want to have. They kill Sven, but really at what cost? That was a pretty deep dive, and using Global to secure it meant that the rest of the spells of Infamous were just completely free. And Global's really good against the... Global's really good against the Black Hole, but it's also good against the Requiem, you know? That has a cast time. He's gotta wind it up.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Ooh.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Does Frank know? Can you sense it? It's going to come down right on top of him. Tusk, though, rolling in on top of Zephyr. Actually has the stolen punch. And he's going to try and TP away, but he's not doing that. Ta'ana's come in and does yoink. I'll take the +1. Frank will TP away on the farther side. Pulverized. Has been caught with the onslaught and the trample damage. Affliction goes down. And Thompson gets the last hit. Still no levels in Glaives of Wisdom. I'm super interested in... I'm pretty sure you don't get the stacks unless you have the point in it. So I'd be pretty sad for this +5 silencer if he doesn't get any of these +2 insteals. Honor, of course, +3 now. Flesh Heap stacks, getting a bonus 6 strength. We'll continue farming towards that. Ags is pretty close, only 900 gold away. I'm just not sure how... It's the high ground push as well again for T1. If they get to the position where they can try and threaten high ground, what do they do for that? Thompson just walks up. Oh, he's actually caught him on the tree. Spirit Vessel down as well. I think this will be the end of Thompson with a punch. Yeah, I mean, you have 4-second stun. You die. You get caught when the tree gets knocked down. There's not really much coming back from that, especially when you're sitting underneath a tower as well, tanking the shots. Cuckoo. He's charging through. Just yet, we'll kill the Eidolons. Zephyr's level 9 with the stolen Walrus Punch. The ranged Walrus Punch. Something to be aware of. Top lane, TP's coming in. Affliction does plant down a little sentry blocking the Ancient Camp. Did he plant another one? No. So moving forward in this game, Blink Dagger on Michael, be able to get that instant punch, instant snowball save. Really, really important to get the save as well, not just the instant initiation punch. Frank, yeah, he's gone for the utility build. Spirit Vessel, Vladimir's offering. Looks like he will get a Blink and BKB at some point, but for the time being, he's gone for more of these utility items to get some early game value since there are such clear counters to his Black Hole.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ana, top of the net worth chart, is staying ahead. He needs to because Thompson and Cuckoo are somewhat falling behind. That'll be the Aghanim Scepter now for the Pudge. So T1 probably looking to have a fight with the Aghanim Scepter now available. Affliction has no Blink Dagger. I'm not sure there's a way out of this for him. There's a lift, there's a charge if they need it, but yeah, that's just enough. He... I mean, he was getting eaten by the Pudge, the Butcher, and then pushed away from the charge. Wukon's command is put down. Won't actually get the kill. Moving forward, Leo style. Will pop the illusion rune. BKB now from Cuckoo. He's really trying to press forward, but the shards from Michael actually stopped the escape, and I think he would have sacrificed his life here for the cause. Yeah, sacrificed his life for the cause there, as the SF is able to run himself away. Otherwise, that would have been a dead SF and probably a dead Tusk as well. Stun comes out, catching him. He might just die anyway, the hook. He's dead before it gets there. Underneath the Midnight Pulse, Stormhammer. There's a Black Hole, Silence, Global. Instantly taken off. Is there a Rubik with a steal? There's the eat happening over onto Affliction. And they're just holding him in position. Triple kill now for Cuckoo. Stun. Level 4. There's the jump in. Snowball as well. Should be enough to kill Ana. Although the Snowball's not actually connecting on him. It's going for Cuckoo. Is there another punch as well? No. There is not. And the Shard's actually a nice little parting gift.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
So Courier up here. Tiny's Courier is up here scouting this one out. So we saw the instant counter to the Black Hole there in the Global Silence. Now, Black Hole is going to have 160 second cooldown at level 18. And this is going to have 115 or 100 second cooldown. So Global Silence will always be up for Black Hole. It will always be available. Bottom lane, Thompson will just jump away into the trees. Needs to play it a little bit carefully.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Rubik, assuming he has Spell Steal, I mean, Stormhammer is a good one. Unless he has Spell Steal, it's very hard for him to cast other spells as well once you're globaled. Going through, Parker has God Strength to clear some creeps. Team perhaps. They have the lift, long range lift Cuckoo with the follow-up, Pulverize. BKB with the trample. Oh, that was a whoops there from Ana. That was a whoops there from Ana. That could have been very, very bad. Lucky that last tick of the trample got the kill. Otherwise, that was a could have been a potential grief there. All reports, 9 reports for Pudge. But fortunately enough, it goes well. Affliction, still no Blink Dagger. Michael has the Blink and working towards the Yules. Frank, no Blink yet either. Sven, working towards the BKB, not too far away. And the SF has a BKB and Boots of... sorry, not BKB, a Yule Scepter and Boots of Travel. It wants to be mobile around the map, but Yule Scepter Boots of Travel certainly doesn't scream power. Doesn't scream control. Or damage, really. Just wants to be able to farm up a little more. Understand that this game is going to probably progress on quite a while. And is happy to be a little bit greedier earlier in the game so you can be wealthier later. Yules is enough to help set up someone or save themselves from getting chased down. And now the Blink as well. So we got a Blink on the SF. Blink Yule's Requiem is online. It's not yet level 18, only level 14 on the SF. So still a little bit room for growth. Michael smoked up with the rest of his team. He's coming in. Ooh, he thinks about it. Stun. Actually misses onto Affliction. There's the toss. Avalanche. Over onto Frank. BKB from Thompson. But he's thrown up into the air. There's the long range hook. Global Silence will cancel the Black Hole immediately. And it's just a little too good. This is why I say, if you pick an Enigma early in first phase, and they counter it, make it a support. Make it a support. Because there are 2 clear counters to this Black Hole. This Black Hole is never getting off. Like, yeah, if you catch the Silencer, but you might have already lost the game by that point. Charging through. Try and find Michael. The Blink Dagger. It's not available for 8 seconds. DD outside the Roche Pit, as is tradition. Wonder if... I don't think T1 actually see it charging through. Stun will miss. Snowball will buy a little bit more time. Rolling forward though. Stun connecting on Cuckoo. And then onto Whiteman. So Parker comes in. There's a stolen Black Hole! Oh, it turns around onto Infamous. And coming through, Leo Star will still die to the trample damage while in the air. Oh dear. It's the longest range avalanche in my life. This is a level 3 Arcane Supremacy. It could be a little longer, but with the other lens, that was a long cut. Look at the cast range on this thing. Wowzers. Okay. So, I don't think Enigma can cast Black Hole. I think this is actually where Infamous are at. I don't think Enigma casts Black Hole, because if you cast Black Hole, Global Silence comes out. And that's a negative. You don't want your team to be Global Silenced. Also, if you cast Black Hole, there's a chance it gets stolen by Rubik. And then they have a Black Hole. So, I honestly think you just don't cast Black Hole, which forces the Silencer not to cast Global Silence. Because if you hold off and hold off and hold off and hold off, and they eventually cast Global, then you have a window. If they've cast Global and you haven't cast Black Hole, then away you go. You're good to go. Game's on. But yeah, I think you just force them. Just wait. Don't ever cast Black Hole. Just have the threat of the Black Hole. The threat of the Black Hole is more impactful than the Black Hole itself. Dropping a wood on the ground, so Affliction sees where Anna. He's chasing. He has a hook. He has a hook. He hit. Oh, the blink dodge. TP away. Stun. Catches him just in time. Oh, the TP. The sound actually completed. Back over in the mid side. Cuckoo putting some pressure on Sven along with the Sansa. Charge through. Will actually miss, but they're looking for Leo style. Blink up to the high ground. He will just make it away with those boots of travel. He's very fast. Action. Action, action, action. Going for an Arcane Blink. So he's going all in on the Requiem. Wants to have that quick cast Arcane Blink. Ooh, he's hunting. Leo Style is not greedy. He's not greedy. He sees the creep waves coming, but decides that it's better not to. Anna actually, meanwhile, dies behind the tier 2. Okay, blink forward. It's an unusual place to die. Anna. Okay. Sure. BKBL Monkey King, it's down to 8 seconds, so still reasonably fresh. Looking for a Desolator next. Desolator would be good for hitting some buildings. Hitting some towers, but also just for amping up the damage. Stun misses as well. He's fast. Leostyle is fast on the blink. Look, quick fingers.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Black Hole is now ready. I honestly think you don't cast it. Unless you see the Silencer and the Rubik in the same Black Hole. Cuckoo charging out. Malefice will connect. Avalanche won't do so. And happily just defend that tower by himself. Doesn't even know. I think there's 4 members behind. Punch coming through. Will actually find the Silencer, so there's no global. Maybe a Black Hole could actually be cast. There it is. Actually catches onto 2 with the Sven. Parker hitting as well. And so, if you get the Silencer, Roche is up, by the way. If you get the Silencer, then you can Black Hole. That is the time you can do it. Otherwise, it's not really worth it. Did they get a Black Hole steal? No, but they did get a Requiem steal on Zephyr. Got a Blink Requiem. This is dirty. This is dirty. They're gonna kill SF with his own Blink Requiem. Always TPing. Just too slow. Into the Roast Pit they go though, with Parker, with the Eidolons, with the Wraith Pact. And that's an Aegis over onto Sven. Parker Blink. The high ground there. Now, we haven't seen Sven in a while. Sven is a fairly out of meta hero. Let's just be reminded. BKB Blink Sven is very, very powerful. He's got Echo Save actually. Trying to get the kills. Tiny does just make it away on Affliction. Top lane is being pushed in, but Glyph is used. I think the Eidolons will finish that tower off. Goes in with the Requiem. Oh, the BKB in time.
Has fallen.
He doesn't get it off.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That was a great play there from Zephyr. I thought he would have easily got the Requiem off in the duration of the telekinesis, but yeah, just that instant BKB just got it in time. Charging up the onslaught, coming through with the trample. But the side of Infamous will move away to the triangle of T1 and seek some relative safety. There is a DD bottom lane. But T1 are just pushing the tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This is against Aegis as well, interestingly enough.
Radiant's middle tower
Against
has
Aegis, they are posturing themselves aggressively in an area with lack of vision
fallen.
against
Radiant's top
Infamous.
tower is under attack.
And they're trading towers.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I guess I will never, ever know.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
To me, Infamous just shouldn't let that happen. Maybe just leave some Eidolons top to push the lane and try and go for a kill. They're finding Affliction, he'll go down. There's a DD.
Dire's middle tower
There's a
is
DD.
under attack.
It's right here. DD. Somebody please scout it out. Check the runes. Check the runes. Oh, Parker. Parker's found the runes. He's got an Aegis and a DD.
Radiant's
Oh, he wants to fight now.
attack.
He says, point me at the enemy. Point me at him. He's already got bonus 215 damage. He's going to have more. Oh, watch him disappear. There goes Silencer. Ana will try and Ogre Steel Totem away, but the Yules catches him for the TP, and yeah, well, that's a lot of damage. Plus 520.
Dire's
Oh, what's that? 620, like 680 damage on the Sven. Aghanim Scepter being worked on by Rubik. He wants to have a couple of spells, plus be able to cycle through them. You can maybe cancel a Lincoln's first and then get the spell you want, particularly if it builds into Lincoln's on Frank. But it's not even the BKB just yet. TPs are coming top, mass TPs. Cuckoo's being caught in the black hole. There's no silencer for another 4 seconds. They knew the timing perfectly. Yules to keep him away. And there's the Walrus Punch with the follow-up snowball if necessary. The timing was perfect on that. 5 seconds until a level 2 global was available, and it would have been a free cast because, you know, as we talked about, the cooldowns are much less than the black hole. But perfect little movement there from Infamous. Going for the Aghanim Scepter now, and Michael as well. After he finishes off item he's working on. Give me a little bit more information. Yules, yeah, he wants the Yules. So he's working on the Yules, and then the Aghanim Scepter. He wants the kick. He can kick one of these heroes out of position, blinking, kick and roll. Then make it a 5v4, particularly if you can get the Silencer or the Rubik. Silencer or Rubik are really high priority targets for the side of Infamous. Because you can't do anything with Whitemon alive. If he's alive, it won't work. But they're looking. Okay, Ana pops the BKB with the Dismember over onto the Pudge. Snowball will buy some time. On the bottom side, Parker though, he's going to work on Whitemon. He needs to cast the global. He doesn't get it off in time. Ana now, without a BKB, has been a little bit isolated. And Parker, he deals a lot of physical damage. Actually, pulverized BKB from Cuckoo, trying to lock him down. Thompson's arrived as well, but the toss up into the air with the Spirit Vessel. He's slowly being hit down, and Parker's just dealing with Thompson. And Parker, he's going forward even more with the blink. Zephyr blinking further. Will TP away, and he'll be fine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know if getting off the global there in the tree line would have made much of a difference. Probably not in the fight. May have just stopped the fight from occurring, but
Is under attack.
certainly didn't want to cast it. Maybe thinking he's got to save it for the next black hole, but yeah, black hole's 160-second cooldown. Global is only 115, so you've got a bit of a grace period there. Yes, maybe there might have been like 20 seconds where you didn't have global silence and they had black hole, but mean, you just got to play around that, right? And just play really, really safe for those 20 seconds. I think casting the global there is the right thing to do. And this is what I mean. Where they're holding global for the black hole. So if you just don't black hole, if it's not safe, don't black hole. And they won't global. And you're basically trading a big ult for another big ult. Agnum Scepter, 1,200 gold away on Zephyr. He's getting closer and closer. Dow will die, didn't get the deny. That cheeky little catapult got it instead. Zephyr needs ways to defend himself in these fights as well. He's got the 4-staff, probably needs a glimmer. He needs some way to just live a little longer against some sort of initiation, or just position further back in the fight. I mean, he was down in the trees and they still found him that last fight. 5-man smoke now through the mid lane. Zephyr looking to get the catch. Got the Ether Lens, maxed out Arcane Supremacy, Storm Hammer in hand, and now it's the counter smoke from Infamous. They're going to meet in this mid lane. Ooh, they're charging out. Onslaught. It's coming through. He doesn't quite connect. Cuckoo, the lift does connect on a creep. And BKB from Leostyle. The fight's actually kicking off on the top side as well. The silencer does go down. There is a buyback available, and he's probably going to hold it. Buyback, silence. So stopping the black hole. Ana still trying to fight up against the 2 cores here, and he's going to eat, and he's surrounded. He can kill Leostyle. Maybe he can, but that's all he's going to get done. Meanwhile, fight is still occurring. Affliction goes down. Cuckoo and Thompson able to get the work done. It's 2 for 3. I guess it's a 3 for 3 technically with the buyback from the silencer. So buyback from silencer did mean that global came out on the black hole, but that's an important cooldown. Silencer now does not have buyback. They know if they get him, and they've been managing to find him pretty easily, then there is no buyback global. And he got caught in the river here. I mean, I think Whitemon just needs to, I jokingly said in the draft, you know, just sit in base and press R. Because at the moment, his other 2 spells aren't really doing a whole lot. If he's just dying to burst. So he's going for a refresher. He's queued up refresher. He knows he needs 2. Because there will be a refresher on the Enigma. Thompson has been spotted. Will jump away. Look how the Stormbolt is chasing the jumps from Thompson. Oh. That was a tracking Stormbolt. Had a heat-seeking signature on it. Zephyr. Probably 300 gold away with the Philly Stone. Not too far now from getting that Aghanim Scepter. I believe he'll buy out for it. Refresher being queued up for Cuckoo as well. I think he should be fine in terms of mana. He's got 1200. They're not too expensive in terms of the spells. So double BKB, double Pulverize. Won't be too far away. Mid lane. Stuns actually come out. They've caught the Sven. BKB's inside the Wukong's command. Hook misses. Punch onto the side. Catching out Cuckoo. He's going to charge straight in. Avalanche. Stolen Avalanche. They get the Sven. He's down for 100. Now, aside of Infamous, they need to run. There's no salvaging this fight. Now on the top. Yeah, they do manage to get away. Once their Sven's dead for 100 with no buyback, they just have to bail out of there as quickly as possible. Roche is spawning right now. If they check it, it will be there. Look at that. That's a Gaben Gibbeth moment right there. Roche, here you go, lads. Roche T1, it's all yours. Shard and Aegis. Who the Shard will go on to. Shard on Ana is pretty good. I guess the Rock Throw is not bad. Oh, the telekinesis targeting allies is actually mint. Zephyr's hanging around. He wants it. He's like, boys, give it to me. Give it to me. Yeah, it's in the pit. It's in the pit. No one really wanted it. Is he going to give it to Zephyr? He's going to eat it himself. He's giving it to him. Oh, look at that. Zephyr was like, guys, please, could I have it? Oh, BKB Requiem. He's Global Silence is used. Okay. That's a little bit scary now for T1 because there is a black hole. No Global Silence.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yes, they still have the Rubik with the Ags now to try and steal the ulti. Which he should be able to do. If he's hanging off to the side with the blink. And steal that black hole and turn it around. This is the beauty of the double counter to the black hole. There's 2 counters. Even though black hole is active, Global's down. Global's going to be up in 46. It's not too far away. Mid lane. Really looking for a fight. Hobson. Nullifier with the Aegis. And the smoke from Infamous. They're in the river. They're not really going anywhere. They blink up. And Thompson chucks down the Wukongs just as zoning. So zoning Wukongs will actually be dispelled. He moves outside of it, but Infamous, they're running. I think Infamous were trying to make use of this timing, jumping in. Actually, there's the BKB. Black hole. They catch it onto 2. Zephyr, he's not in the area. He's being caught by Parker. So there's nothing to cancel it. Thompson, he's in a lot of trouble. That's the first life. Have to try and fight his way out of this, but with the punch, and he's just controlled and brought down. Cuckoo, he will be the same as well. The snowball is coming through and following with the shards. Leo style, have a couple of raises if he needs it, and Parker just gives him the smack with the sword, and that's a huge fight for Infamous right in front of the tier 2 of T1. And I think they're just going to go tier 4s. I think they're just going to go tier 4s. Are they going to do it? There's only 1 buyback. They don't know that, of course. God Strength in 8. They have AC. I mean, Parker is absolutely massive. They're trying to be greedy and get the megas. Lifts are now down. So these buildings will fall incredibly quickly. Buyback. Trying to get a catch on the top side. Leo style BKBs and runs away. Thompson is chasing. Actually used his TP there momentarily. So the buyback from Thompson does save the megas. I think no doubt it would have been megas without the buyback. Trickster Cloak being picked up now, Leo style. Wonder if he'll end up keeping that himself. Summary a robe on the Tiny does just amp up that magic damage plus the little bit longer stun with the lack of status resistance. Haste Rune in bottom river. Does look like the SF will grab that. I've been really impressed with Leo Styles' play. On the Pangolier in game 1 and now on the SF in game 2. I know his team didn't end up pulling out the win in game 1, but man, his Pangolier play was exceptional. It was really, really clean and crisp, and I feel like he got the most out of the hero, and he's doing the same here with SF. Just getting the most out of what he can do, the items he has. Black hole in 17. There is a refresher soon. But saying that, Silencer working on a refresher himself. He's just farming. And this is a safe place for him to be. In fact, Whitemon just farming creeps on the complete other side of the map to his team, or from their team. Just safely farming. Working towards this refresher, working towards level 18. Sort of where he needs to be. He doesn't need to be in the fight. Tense at the moment as both teams are moving towards each other. The smoke is here. Parker, he pops the God Strength. With the Swift Blink, he's got a refresher as well. Stun. Doesn't quite connect. Lincoln's popped on him. Whose Lincoln's was that? Probably the SF's? Multiple Lincolns or just the one? Just the one Lincoln. So Leo style being very vigilant to make sure he has that Lincoln's on Parker, so that there was no lift play back in. Parker didn't have an Aegis there, so pretty dangerous. If he didn't have the Lincolns, that is. And now the smoke comes out. Thompson leading the charge. BKB is down to 6 seconds. Cuckoo, I would believe the same, down to 6. Zephyr as well. And Silencer's in base. This is where he needs to be. He's in base, waiting to global. And get a catch. Affliction is in the pit. They actually just blind stun. They know he's there? I think they didn't know he was there. Just blind stun the pit. And Affliction's sort of like, oh, okay, I'm dead. And then, no. They just didn't even go for it. Zephyr has raises at the moment, not really the spell he wants. Can have a couple of spells, of course, with the Agnum Scepter, can cycle through. Topson looking for a Basher into an Abyssal. Wants to be able to control pretty much anyone he can get on top of. Topson just hasn't been able to hit anyone in these fights. He just sits controlled up and dies. Anything might happen here if he's not careful. There's the blink, BKB, Black Hole. There's the global refresher. Immediately on the back line, the Requiem cleans them up, feared away. And there's the second Black Hole. And they don't get it that one either. There's a stolen Black Hole from Zephyr, but it's just a little too late. Cuckoo tries to come across to make the connection, but with the BKB, buyback from the Silencer, they just can't get enough done. There's a couple of buybacks, but you can't help but think that the game's probably done at this point. With no Pudge, no Topson, their cores are gone. Okay. Warcry stolen, give him a little bit more armor. Midnight Pulse, that might be of assistance if he can get it down on top of the base. Goes in, Cuckoo with the charge. Onslaught does get punched up in the air. Ogre Seal Totem back, but he's trapped in the shards. Parker comes up, cleans house with the Great Cleave and the God's Strength, and that's GG. Game 2 will go to Infamous, and it'll end up being a 1-1 in this group stage match.